Peace, peace, peace. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know, it's your boy Vic Slain Hope, and I got another video for y'all. Today we're going to be talking about herpes and hookah. Let me play the clip and come back.
Let's talk about herpes and hookah. In an area where I work, there has been an outbreak of oral herpes from sharing hookah devices. We're seeing oral lesions on the lips, within the mouth, descending down the throat. Here's an article from the American Thoracic Society that discuss that one of the many risks of smoking hookah, particularly shared hookah devices, is transmission of viruses such as, but not limited to, herpes and TB. And we're seeing that when those devices are shared and not properly disinfected, and a lot of times they're not properly disinfected, viruses such as those are being transmitted. So if you are going to these hookah lounges, be careful out there.
So you heard the lady. The conversation today is about herpes and hookah or other viruses that could be transmissible just through playing with that stuff in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? That has really no benefit, right? But just some smoke, carbon or whatever, nicotine, whatever y'all do. But anyway, I want to bring attention to not necessarily the hookah, but I think she made a very, very important point, and it's that these things are not being sanitized like we think they are. Which brings me back to my next point. I'm a little sick right now. I went out yesterday to some little fashion event, and then I went to eat and stuff. And, you know, I ended up getting sick. You know, I had like a little scratchy throat. This morning I was coughing. I was, you know, got the sniffles, got all of this, right? And it's only one explanation for it. I don't really think as much the people is really the utensils, right? The utensils are not being cleaned the way that we think they are. That's why I'm over here sipping my tea. Back to what she was talking about, sanitize. Now I'm gonna tell you something that I noticed during the pandemic, right? During the pandemic, when they closed down a lot of spots, and they were doing like, you know, only a certain amount of people could be sitting down in a restaurant, and you know, they was kind of like spaced out, you know, whatever protocol they was assuming or practicing to kind of like keep the people distant. I noticed that one of the spots that I used to go to, right, I used to go to this very nice spot, and what they used to do is they never kind of like, well, they wouldn't clean, they wouldn't re-clean the utensils that they had. So what they would do is they would use all the cups they had, and when they ran out of, they wouldn't rewash them. So what they would do is when they ran out of clean cups, they would start using plastic cups, you know, because it's almost like they know that they don't really clean them that way, that good. So they was trying to not reuse the cups at that time, right? So the moment they use all the cups that they had, they start using plastic. And I always remember that because I remember getting sick. And the first time I got sick during like the pandemic, when I got sick was when I went to a place that was reusing. This actually how I got COVID. Not from this place. I went to another place that they was washing the, you know, they don't really be washing the dishes like that. They don't really wash them cups like that. They dip them in the water, fake do whatever they do, and they bring them out and hang them over, right? So they know they don't really, while the other place, at least the other place knew they don't really wash them like that. But I remember catching COVID, and that's when I went to this other spot. And then I got sick, right? So I was just like, it's like I automatically knew it was the cups. It was the cups that I was using, because the other place was one of like the only places that was doing that. Now, I say that to say this. At the other place that I go to, it's almost like they know they don't really wash the cups because they wasn't rewashing them during like the height of COVID. They like I mentioned, once they run out, they'll use the plastic cups. So I'm just saying that for people to be mindful. Like some people like eating out. Some people be thinking like, I also got friends that work at fast food, and you know, they tell you about the nasty things that go on in these places. So that's something that we should just keep mindful when we go to these places. You know, when we playing with the hookah, when we eating, when we drinking out of these cups. Like, I know a lot of times we don't really want to think about that, but it's just something to think about, because catching herpes, man, is no joke. Like, this woman is telling y'all that there's an outbreak of herpes. Like, that shit, like having shit in your mouth, in your face, and your lesions and all of that shit is not a cute look, man. That shit hurt. That shit take a while to heal. Like, you seen people with that shit, man. When I see people with them outbreaks on their lip, I just be like, we can't even be friends. I don't mean to sound crazy, but like it just looks so disgusting that I just be like, When I see that on people, I don't even want to like. I don't want to eat nothing from you. I don't want to share nothing. I don't want to like, you know what I'm saying? It's like the friendship is tainted, you know? So I'm just letting y'all know, be mindful, man, that, and they're saying, they only mention TB and herpes, right? So just be mindful out there when you just putting your mouth on everything. I mean, some of y'all don't care. Y'all gonna put your mouth on anything anyway. But just be mindful when you out there that, you know, pay attention to certain cues, right? Certain places give you certain details about how they might be, how cleanly they are, and stuff like that. So just be mindful. All right, you have a good one out there. Peace.